Alright? I want to talk about three things. Three very brief matters that are very important to society and in particular the working class. Now, the far right, in fact all of the right, not just the far right, all of the right opposes these three things. The left, well, they absolutely fight for these things. These are very basic tenets of leftism, but it's what everybody should support. Number one, taxing the rich. The wealth in society is created by the working class, but it's stolen by the rich ruling class. Now, the only way we can get it back, not all of it, we can't get any, we can never get all of it back under the present system, but we can get some of it back by taxing the rich who steal that wealth from us. We can increase taxes on the rich. A wealth tax, whatever you want to call it, just higher taxation on the rich. Like it was in the past. It's not a new thing. We used to tax the rich a hell of a lot more than we do now. More than double what we do now. Back in the days of so-called welfare capitalism, when the wealth was spread around more fairly and we got things from the government that we don't get anymore, like council housing and a much better NHS. And, you know, oh fucking hell, what's that on the road? Jesus Christ. I think it was a Christmas tree. Bit early. Anyway, yeah, spreading the wealth through taxing the rich, that is absolutely crucial to making the lives of working class people better. You know, if you don't want to have to get into debt for things, if you want decent wages, if you want decent housing, if you want a decent health service, decent education for your kids, all these things that we need have to be paid for. And, well, right now we are paying too much and the rich are getting away with fucking murder. So we have to increase taxes on the rich. That's number one. If you don't agree with that, by the way, like the right wing don't agree with it, like the far right fucking definitely don't agree with it, well, why? Why would you not agree with spreading the wealth back to us, the working class? Why would you not agree with that? It's daft, isn't it? It must be the propaganda in your head, turning you the other way, turning you against your own class. Anyway, number two is the NHS. The NHS is free healthcare for people across society, right across the board. Nobody pays for it. Alright, we all pay a little bit in national insurance and what have you, but it's nothing compared to what you would pay privately. Fucking nothing. I've got cancer. My medication costs 20 grand a year. I couldn't afford that. And a private health insurance company wouldn't cover me for that because it's a pre-existing condition. So, you know, we need fucking free healthcare, man. We need the NHS. It's been an absolute godsend for millions of us. I mean, just my lifetime. I had Perthes as a 2-year-old. Fucking hell. Without the NHS, I could never have played football. I could never have lifted weights. I could never have even rode a bike, probably. I would have walked with a limp for the rest of my life. The NHS fucking sorted me right out when I was a bairn. But that's just one example. I've had 3 kids, 3 births in hospitals. My middle son was born premature. He had to have an operation in the first week. All these things didn't cost us a penny. Nothing. Because of the NHS. If we'd have had an American private health insurance system like what Nigel Farage and Tommy Robinson want to bring in, well, fucking hell, it's a totally different matter then, isn't it? In America, more than 50 million people have no health insurance. That's how bad it is, right? Imagine it over here. How many people couldn't afford it? And even the ones that can afford it, there'd be different levels of cover, and some people wouldn't get cover for whatever reason. It would be a nightmare. The NHS doesn't ask questions. It just fucking treats you. And alright, it's not perfect because it's been underfunded for fucking decades. We need to sort that out. The NHS needs to be improved and better funded. But the concept of the NHS is absolutely sound. It's a fucking fantastic institution. It's the jewel in the crown, isn't it? It's what makes Britain great, really. Without the NHS, society would be a lot worse. A lot of people would suffer unnecessarily. So the NHS is absolutely important. And the right wing fucking hate the NHS. The Tories always opposed it. Before it even came about, they were trying to stop it. And they've always tried to erode it ever since. And New Labour, Starmer, Tony Blair, the likes of them, they're the same, fucking eroding the NHS. Alright, bit better than the Tories, but not fucking good enough. But Farage, he wants to get rid of the NHS altogether. Do not fucking support that man. He is fucking twisted, man. He wants to make our health service a profit-making racket for Donald Trump and his pals. Fuck that shit. No, not happening. That's the NHS. Number 3, workers' rights. Now, if you're a worker and you don't believe in workers' rights, what's wrong with you? You don't want rights. You want your rich bosses to be able to fuck you over every day in any way they want. No, workers' rights are what changed society for the better. Go back to the days before workers' rights. We all lived, working class people lived in absolute squalor, serious poverty. Trade unions made a difference, made the absolute crucial difference to the way we live. Sharing the wealth, giving workers power and forcing the rich to share the wealth. So the wages are better, health and safety improved. The workplace is much better than it used to be. Less people die in the workplace, less people get injured because of essential health and safety. But wages, living standards, all this, wages and conditions, pensions, sick pay, holiday pay, even the weekend. There was no weekend before trade unions. Trade unions fought for the weekend. They got us 2 days off a week. Imagine working 7 days, man. But we're going back to that, aren't we? The rich bosses are managing to find ways of making us work longer hours for less pay. And they don't want to pay us holiday pay and sick pay because they make no money out of that. It costs them. That comes out of their vast fortunes that they pinch from us in the fucking first place. So yeah, workers' rights, trade unionism, absolutely vital. And who opposes that? Fucking Tommy Robinson and Nigel Farage and the Tories and all the right-wing scum. They all oppose workers' rights. So there's 3 things for you. Taxing the rich, the NHS and workers' rights. These things are all really fucking important if you're working class. And the rich ruling class hate all of that. And the far right, they hate all of that as well. Because they protect the rich ruling class. And they divide the working class. Don't fucking listen to any of that shit, man. Support the left, support the working class movement, get in a trade union, fight to tax the rich, fight for your NHS, and always defend workers' rights. Rights. See you in the next one. Bonjour.